Naghanap ka naman ng pagkakakitaan online, huwag ka nang lumayo, maaari nasa harap mo na at di mo lang napapansin. Kung gusto mo malaman kung ano to, panoorin nyo ito.
Videos that will make you wealthy and debt-free.
Hi there, this is Ching Kitan, also known as Mr. Chink Positive. Thank you very much for subscribing on this channel. 800,000 na po tayo. Road to 900,000 na po tayo. So if you haven't subscribed, please do click subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell button. Sama nyo na pati ang all. Pag may mga bagong videos po, mapapanood nyo po kaagad. Okay, dahil sa marami po ngayon ang nawawalan po ng hanap buhay, naghahanap po sila ng iba-ibang pagkakakitaan. Sikat po ngayon ang paghahanap po ng tinatawag na online jobs or work from home. Subalit, hindi po ika nga madaling humanap po ng online career. Lalo na marami pong kasi pwedeng kakompetensya sa panahon na ito. Mahalaga po na kailangan po parati tayong maging handa at planado po sa ating pagsisimula ng tinatawag natin ng online career. That's the reason why narito po ako ngayon to share with you, okay, ano po yung dapat natin gawin in order for us to earn at least 20 to 50,000 pesos per month by working from home. Ito po yung kailangan nyong malaman. Let's go to number 1. Ang number 1 po, know what you are good at. Oo. Ito lang po pakiusap ko po sa inyo, ha? Huwag nyong habulin ang pera. The more you pursue money, the more money will run away from you without you knowing. As I mentioned, it's right in front of your face already. Yung opportunity. Saan yung opportunity? Ikaw ang opportunity. Alamin mo ang iyong skill set. Diba? Alamin mo saan ka magaling, doon ka mag-focus. Kasi maraming pong online jobs dyan, pero pag hindi naman match sa strength mo, sa skill mo, mismatch po. So that's the reason why hindi ka po makukuha. So why don't you try to determine what you are good at and focus what you are good at? Are you good at writing? Are you good at communication? Are you good at selling? Are you good at marketing? Diba? Are you good at branding? Are you good in organizing? Alamin mo muna kung saan ka magaling. Personally, I realized when I was young, I was good and I'm still good. I'm still good in explanation. Taking something that is very complicated and make it very simple for people to understand. That is my gift. Ever since I was young. So I have the gift of understanding and I have the gift of explanation. And then right now, it's turning out to be a gift of persuasion. So alamin mo kung saan ka magaling. That's number 1. Number 2, I suggest follow what you are good at. Kung saan ka magaling, sundan mo lang. Practice lang. Do it for a long, long time. Alam mo, isa rin natutunan ko talaga sa buhay, yung nabasa kong libro ni Malcolm Gladwell po, yung tinatawag na 10,000 hour rule. Anong ibig sabihin po niyan? Kung ang gawin po daw natin ng isang bagay na paulit-ulit for over 10,000 hours, you'll become a master of it. You'll become an expert. Nung dinivide ko po yung 10,000 hours divided by 8 hours, more or less, you need 3.5 years to 4 years. If you do something over and over again for 3.5 years or 4 years, you become an expert. So that's the reason why I want to encourage you to develop a specific skill na kailangan tiyakin mo na ikaw lang talaga ang magaling sa opportunity na yon. Kaya pag-aralan nyo po ang online opportunities right now. Kahit di mo alam, pag-aralan mo na ngayon. Habang tayo po ay nasa season po ng improvement, habang tayo po ay may time na po, pwede po kayong mag-enroll sa mga online classes, pwede kayong magtanong sa mga experts po in order for you to hone your skills. Third thing that you need to do in order for you to earn 20 to 50,000 pesos per month, it's time for you to showcase already what you are good at. Ipakita mo na sa buong mundo kung saan ka talaga magaling. Kung magaling ka magsulat, i-post mo na yung mga vlogs mo. Kung magaling ka sa videography, pakita mo na yung mga video edits mo. Kung magaling ka sa graphic artist or design, kailangan pakita mo na yung mga designs mo. Dahil marami rin po ang mga ika nga naghahanap po ng mga magagaling at mga experts po. It's time for you to showcase. Ang tip ko lang po sa inyo, for the first few times, huwag po kayo mag-charge ng mataas. As a matter of fact, kung gusto mo makakuha agad ng online jobs, ang unang gawin nyo, give it out for free. Ha? Free, Chinky? Eh, anong kikitain ko? Free for the first time. Pag nagustuhan nila, pag magre-repeat sila, may bayad na. Okay? That's number 3. Let's go to number 4. Ano pong kailangan natin gawin sa mga skills po natin? Continue to upgrade at what you are good at. Palawakin po natin ang ating kaalaman tungkol, lalo na po, ito lang po kailangan yung matutunan to. Ito yung tinatawag natin na digital marketing. Try to focus and learn more on digital marketing, which I'm going to talk about more later. So, kailangan po kasi natin, everything right now is in digital. Online selling, online learning, at the same time ordering, di ba? Lahat po online na rin po ngayon. And then let's go to number 5. Ito po yung last tip ko po sa inyo. Para gumanda po talagang kita nyo po sa online, be the best at what you are good at. That's one thing I've learned. Like for example, who is the best at basketball? Si Michael Jordan. Sino magaling sa golf? Si Tiger Woods. Sino magaling naman sa boxing? Si Manny Pacquiao. And this is what I've noticed. If you are good at something, instead of you offering your products and services to people, the clients or the customer will go and look for you. Napapansin nyo? Instead na ikaw naghanap, ikaw nagbebeg, sila pong lumalapit at naghanap sa'yo. That's what I've noticed. In my 11 years of speaking engagement, ito po, I'm not trying to tell you this to brag ba. Minsan di kami nag-pass ng resume or let's say ng credentials ko to mga companies. I'm not saying it's wrong. Pero lahat ng mga inquiries po namin, over 200 plus speaking engagements per year, lahat po ay inbound. Inbound. When you say inbound, they inquire, Chinky, can we invite you? What's your rate? And this is what I've noticed. If you are the best at what you're doing, aside from people will look for you, number 2, alam mo, benefit, you can name your price. Ikaw kasi, ikaw hinahanap eh. Nagigets nyo? So, yan po ang kagandahan po. That's the reason why I want to encourage you right now. Ano ba talagang alam mo? Saan ka ba talaga magaling? Focus what are good at, practice, 10,000 hour rule. And then my challenge to you is to upgrade. And then after that, be the best. Turn your vocation into your what we call as passion. And turn your passion to become your what? Profession. So, ito yung last part ko. Ito yung exciting part. Chinky, maganda yung sinishare mo, pero hindi ko nakikita yung 20 to 50,000 pesos per month. Nandito po. So, kung gusto mo talaga kumita ng 20 to 50,000, ito po ang pag-aralan nyo. Number 1, learn how to do what we call as email marketing. Email marketing is one of the most effective ways for you to connect with your potential and target market. Kung magaling kayo sa email marketing, alam mo, ang laki po ng opportunity na yan. Bakit po? Marami po mga companies, organization, individuals, they are looking for people who knows how to write, not only how to write, but also how to do a campaign from end to end. And based on the information that I received, kung ang isang campaign po ng isang email marketer, minimum, they can charge from 25,000 to 50,000 pesos per campaign. Minimum po yan. That's number 1 na kailangan nyo pag-aralan. Number 2, learn also how to become a sales writer. Ano po yung sales writer? They have the ability to turn words into what? Action. The ability to turn words into what? Sales. Ang laki rin po ng kanilang opportunity. Pag starter ka lang ng mga copywriter or what we call a sales writer, they charge by the page. Per page na alam ko is 2,500 minimum to a high of 10,000 per page. Per page yun. Eh, kung maka 3 pages ka, so may 30,000 ka. That's only for one project. So, that's also another opportunity. Number 3, isa pang malaking opportunity is learn how to do Facebook ads or FB ads. Looks simple but it's not easy. Hindi porket may pambayad ka ng ads, tatanggapin na agad. Alam mo, ang dami pong qualifications. Kailangan maintindihan mo yung algorithm, kailangan maintindihan mo yung mga rules before you can post a Facebook ads. I've grown my organization and my followers to 2.5 million for Facebook at almost 800,000 po sa YouTube without any ads, zero ads po. But I know, lalaki pa po yung sale ko po pagka ako ay nag-Facebook ads. So, that's the reason why an expert offered his services to me last May. Paano? For free. Sabi niya, Chinky, sige, tatry ko na gawin ko, ibuboost ko yung Facebook mo at the same time para tumaas yung benta mo. Sabi ko, sige. Pero, show me the money first, sabi ko. Pakita mo yung proof. So, nag-trial kami ng 2 weeks. To cut the long story short, because of the Facebook ads, nag-increase po yung sales po namin by 50%. It works. So, right now, hinire ko na po siya. And you know how much ang binabayad ko sa kanya? Grabe. Ang binabayad ko sa kanya, minimum is 50,000 pesos per month. Yes! Paggagawa lang po ng Facebook ads, sa akin pa po yung yung tinatawag na Facebook ads mismo na yung 50,000, professional fee pa lang niya yun. Professional fee. Wow! And I know na hindi lang po ako kliyente niya. Meron ba siyang 4 na kliyente? So, nag-isip-isip po, kung 50,000 minimum yan, times 5, may 250,000 pesos a month siya. Taga Bulacan lang to. Ang galing talaga. So if you ask me, is there's money over the internet? Yes. If you learn these skills. And last skill that you can learn in order for you to earn 20 to 50,000 pesos per month is learn how to do digital marketing. Ay, grabe. Ang digital marketing naman po, hindi lang po yan sa Facebook, pati sa YouTube, pati sa Instagram, Twitter, malalaman mo kailan magpo-post, paano magre-respond yung market. Ay, nako, pag ikaw ay natuto, easily per project, you can make at least, from the way I've learned in the market, at least nasa 40 to 80,000 pesos per month. Ay, grabe. Kung tatanungin nyo talaga, ang dami talaga ng opportunities in terms of the digital sphere. So, my question to you right now is, do you want to learn all of this? Diba? Interesado ako, Chinky, to learn all of this, pero paano ba mag-umpisa? Alam mo ba, lahat ng minention ko kanina, they fall under a category called VA. Everybody say VA. Ano ba yung VA? It's called Virtual Assistant. Lahat po yan. Lahat po yan. Email marketing, sales writer, Facebook, digital marketing. They're all under Virtual Assistant. Ang Virtual Assistant po, they work from home. They offer their skills and expertise. At the same time, they can make money. So, thank you very much for subscribing this channel. Thank you very much for patronizing. If you like this video, please do like this video para tumaas pong ranking po natin sa YouTube. At the same time, i-share natin itong video na ito with other people para makinabang po sila. Thank you very much. This is Chinkitan saying, to every problem, there's always a solution. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Always. Chink positive. Thank you for watching. If you want to keep on growing and to stay inspired, subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified. Always, Chink positive.